實說，大地海外升學。
大家好啊，歡迎收睇實拍實說，我係大地海外升學嘅 Daniel 啊。咁繼上次我哋參觀咗 MPW 嘅伯明翰校舍之後呢，今日我哋就嚟到佢哋嘅 London 學校呢度參觀嘅。嗱，我後邊嘅 MPW London 咧，同其他 MPW 一樣，主要都係提供 A Level 啦、Foundation Program 以至咧 GCSE 課程嘅。而呢度做得特別好嘅課程咧，就係一啲同 Creative Arts 同埋 Science 有關嘅課程。MPW London 嘅位置咧，就係向 Underground 嘅 South Kensington 站附近，而呢一頭咧就有世界著名嘅 Natural History Museum 啦、Hyde Park， 仲有長期被評為全球10大學府嘅 MPW College London 添。MPW London 咧係由2座教學大樓組成嘅，一座係呢一座嘅 Queen's Gate， 另一座咧就係叫 Queen's Gate House。兩座大樓雖然個名好似，但係佢哋由外殼以至裏邊嘅設施咧都有好大分別㗎。Queen's Gate 係呢幾座相連嘅維多利亞式建築，裏面會比較有歷史氣息嘅。喺呢度咧會有學校主要嘅課室、佢部分嘅 Art Studio 同埋一啲 lab 嘅。而呢座前身係 School Headquarter 嘅 Queen's Gate House，MPW 喺呢幾年先至將佢改建成為新嘅校舍㗎。Queen's Gate House 入邊嘅設施咧相當新穎㗎，有一個都幾大嘅 hall 啦，有好大好新嘅 Art Studio， 亦都有餐廳同埋學生宿舍喺度。呢度嘅宿舍都係單人房嚟嘅，兼有獨立洗手間添，地方新淨，地點又超方便。喺度住 boarding 咧，真係冇乜嘢可以再挑剔到啊！作為英國其中一間最有名氣嘅 Sixth Form College，MPW 最引以為榮嘅咧，係佢哋會按每個同學唔同嘅目標，有效咁提升佢哋嘅考試表現。雖然 MPW 係一間 non-selective 嘅學校，但係睇同學嘅 A Level 成績咧，真係一啲都睇唔出啊！以2022年為例啦，佢哋差唔多一半嘅科目咧都達到 A Star 同 A， 所以畢業生咧好多時都可以入到好似係 Durham 啊、King's College London 呢啲 Russell Group Universities， 又或者喺一啲 Specialist University 入邊讀好似係 Film 啊、Fashion 呢啲科目等等嘅。MPW London 嘅老師都好有豐富教學經驗㗎，唔少仲係 Public Examiner 啦，又或者有編寫教科書經驗嘅。而為咗盡力協助同學達至目標嘅成績，學校經常都會俾功課同埋測驗考試同學嘅。除咗可以有效咁提升同學嘅狀態，亦都可以適時為未能夠追上進度嘅同學提供輔導。學校會為每一個學生都編排自己嘅 Directors of Studies 嘅，佢哋就好似同學嘅個人導師咁樣，除咗確保同學嘅學習進度之外，亦都會指導同學喺大學選科同埋入學申請嘅每一步。而 Directors of Study 呢個個人導師呢，亦都會關顧同學喺學業成績以外嘅個人發展啦，同埋佢哋嘅身心靈健康嘅。就連我同副校長傾偈嗰陣呢，都經常聽到 Director of Study 呢個角色啊。
Hello, I'm Rachel Sherman. I'm the Vice Principal International here at MPW London. MPW London is where it all started. It's the flagship of the MPW group. We are based in South Kensington, which is an amazing location, across 3 buildings, which includes our old Queensgate House building, which is a very historical site. Lots of lovely classrooms, and our new boarding house, again with great facilities for all the students to use. Well, what makes us unique is partly our location in a very nice part of London, which is very safe for the students, but near to all the museums, lots of lovely shops and restaurants nearby, which the students like to use in their spare time. We also have an amazing team of teachers that have been here for a very long time, so they know their subjects really well. They're often examiners, and will get the students very good grades. We have a great team of directors of studies, which are separate for teaching, and they support the students on a one-to-one basis for their welfare and their well-being, and liaise with families as well, and send messages home if they need to. MPW London has a history of sending lots of students to very good universities, some of the top ones in the country, Oxford and Cambridge, but we also support students that might not get to those places. So we have a range of student abilities, and we get everybody on track to their chosen pathway. And the way we do that, we obviously have the strong teachers, but we have a lovely support network, or like cotton wool wrapped around the student, which is the Director of Studies. So on a Wednesday we have general studies, we have lots of sports available, from cricket, golf, tennis, badminton, boxing, so students are involved in those. And then we have fun things like debating society and the student council. So we encourage students to, not just with the academics, we also encourage them to get involved in lots of other fun things, including theatre trips and cinema trips. And that's the beauty of being in London, that you've got that literally on your doorstep. The other strength I'd say in London is the art. We have a very strong art department, and a lot of our students go on to UAL, to St Martin's, study fashion, design, illustration and architecture. So we cater for the scientists, but also for the art students as well. So there have been several exciting initiatives in MPW recently, one of which is the UAL Art Foundation. We have had, this is our second year of working with UAL to run their foundation art course. These students have a background in art from their country, or they've done A-levels before, and they will put together a portfolio over the year and be able to apply to not just UAL art schools, but other art schools within Britain or abroad. We have a beautiful studio in our new boarding building, which overlooks the History Museum, and so it's a very lovely place for students to work, and very creative and inspirational. And we have a very strong team of art teachers that work on portfolio, which is the hard part of an artist's job, is to get their portfolio ready for university, and we help students do that very successfully. Another great initiative has been the opening of our boarding house, and we're really excited to welcome over 70 students in the house. They're having lots of fun living in London, not just 2 minutes away from school, which is a great distance to travel to school in the morning. Beautiful building with lovely accommodation, but also a very nice restaurant, which is very important for the staff. And the team of house parents that looks after them have always got activities every night for them to do. So I think they have lots of fun learning, but also a very nice, comfortable home to live in. So that's been really exciting to be part of this year. Another thing that we have, because we have this amazing building that we can do lots of exciting things in, we have a summer school. So last year was our first summer school. This year there'll be another one, and again, being in London, you not just can learn English and subjects, but you can also visit all these wonderful things we have going on in London, cinemas and theatres and art galleries. So again, if you're interested in summer school, come to London and you can try out what it's like to be in it, just for 2 weeks, to see what it's like to be in MPW before you decide to come here. Well, my job is to support students coming from abroad, so I understand coming to a country is very strange and can be quite nerve-wracking. So we do lots of work settling them in, looking after them, meeting everybody one-to-one with the Director of Studies. But we have a big event at the start of term, which is an induction, where they meet all the key staff and each other and get to know what MPW is truly about. But actually, at all times, any student has got their Director of Studies looking after them, holding their hand, almost like a school mum or dad, to make sure they're settled in. And we talk to parents, we talk to agents, and we talk to guardians on a regular basis, and report back, especially if a student is finding it difficult to settle in. It may be bank accounts, finding a doctor, just settling, finding the stuff for their room, even a duvet cover. Sometimes they need help with settling in. So they do feel very, very quickly that they're part of the MPW family when they get to London. Lots of students arrive with a plan, and we know their plan when they arrive. They might be doing A-levels and want to go to university, or they might be doing a foundation and want to do an art course. And sometimes, if along the way, they might find it difficult, particularly with language. So we have a lot of English language support for those students that English is their second language. So we assess every student as they come in, and then we'll fit the right amount of lessons to help support with their academic work. In terms of academics, the teachers feed back to the Director of Studies all the time. So there are lots of class tests, and we can work see whether a student is progressing, and if they're not, we can put in place help and support. So we have surgeries, for example. So a student can book in for a surgery for their maths. If they have difficulty in one maths problem, they can take that problem to a maths teacher that will be sitting in the surgery and work through it. They can do as many of those as they like for all their subjects. Teachers do feedback a lot, because the class sizes are so small, a teacher will really get to know their group. And so you can work out, I'm a teacher of geography, and I can work out who might be struggling and then put in place little strategies to support them, whether it's learning key words, it may be focusing on getting organised, because some students can't organise their life, their homework time, and their teacher would work with the director of studies to look at the schedule, to work out where prep time is and maybe get them some targeted support in that prep time. We introduce support with literacy and numeracy. So, for example, the current cohort we have, some students might need extra literacy support, and after Christmas we'll put that into their timetable. So they'll have their academics and then they'll have some fun with English that will help with their academics. So academic business English or science English that will just reinforce some of the writing skills that they'll need for the final exam. But everyone in MPW has to do an exam at the end. So everyone has lots of class tests, exam practices and mocks. So a student, by the time they end up in the summer exams, will not be frightened of an exam room because they've been doing it all year. So it'll just be another exam that they can go and do. So there's loads of academic support as well as the pastoral support to make sure a student starts and finishes where they want to be.
我接連去咗2間 MPW 啦，都揾到佢哋嘅共通之處嘅，就係佢哋係唔會標榜每個同學咧都一定要谷到佢去攞 A， 或者催谷佢哋咧去到啲大牌子嘅大學，而係咧按佢哋同學嘅需要同埋特質加以栽培，為每個同學咧都帶到佢哋想像以外嘅進步。佢哋嘅 Art Studio 設施好專業，同學嘅作品都相當高水準，俾我好感受到喺 Sixth Form College 同埋中學咧係兩個完全唔同嘅階段啦。MPW London 呢度將 Directors of Study 呢種導引嘅教學模式咧運用得相當之好，為同學帶嚟非常卓越嘅考試成績。而學校位於倫敦嘅核心地帶，唔單止為同學嘅生活帶嚟方便，更加可以促進佢哋去到世界嘅一流學府啦、藝術館等等嘅地方學習同埋交流。希望大家都會中意呢一條 video 啦。臨走之前記得 like、comment 同埋 subscribe 我哋實拍實說 channel 啊！
有海外升學問題，即刻 WhatsApp 大地啦！